The first B section is where the Turkish part of this track is introduced. By Turkish, I mean that I'm using the instrument called saz. Saz is like the Turkish version of lute, and lute is an instrument like guitar but with a round back. My name is Masaki Okamoto. I've been a musician for the past 20 years, most of which have been dedicated to composing and teaching. I taught in schools in Pakistan for 6 years until July, and I'm currently pursuing a new opportunity to become a freelance artist again. My parents and grandparents surrounded me with musical instruments, like a baby xylophone and a toy piano. Thanks to this, music seemed interesting to me from a very early age. I remember being completely hooked on recorder and playing a European classical piece non-stop while walking home from school at age 7. I began composing my own music in my teens and have been doing so ever since. But boy, earning income out of creative work is definitely not easy. This is why I also teach, because there's always a demand for music lessons. Since July, I've been releasing a track every week on music outlets including Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, etc. And I plan to continue to do so for foreseeable future. I also produce videos related to my music and upload them on my YouTube channel. I'll continue this too. My musical works are in the electronic dance music genre, also known as EDM. More specifically, I focus on the subgenres such as techno, house, breakbeat, and chill out. That's right, we call it techno, baby. Many musicians have suffered due to the global pandemic because they can't play in public venues, but they are performers. Luckily, I'm a producer and my dependence on live performance has been minimal. Most of my activities as a music creator revolves around producing at home, releasing online, and promoting and marketing also online. So the pandemic has not had a negative impact on me in that capacity. It actually boosted my productivity because I get more free time, and the views and streams I get have also increased because the audience too have more free time now. In terms of the pandemic's influence on my thinking, it didn't change it, but it reinforced what I always thought was true, which is that my audience is distributed all around the globe instead of concentrated in a certain geographical area. So someone who streams my music in my native Japan is equally important as someone who does it in Pakistan, in Slovakia, in Australia, in Ghana, or anywhere else on the planet, because they all bring the same revenue. It always has been advantageous to have income from online sources, but it's especially true in a time where people's movements and gatherings are restricted. This is why I've been accelerating my efforts for releasing works on streaming platforms. It'll be an ideal way of making a living without such a situation too, because you will no longer be confined to any single country or region. Our wants and needs for global travel will only increase. And the logical step towards that is to make a living in a way that doesn't require you to stay in one place permanently. In case you didn't know, among other things, music can enhance cognitive activities, change your mood, help us bond, convey feelings, and add an extra layer of meaning to other modes of communication, such as speech or visuals. Thanks for asking. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and LinkedIn with a single handle name, and that is Masaki OMT. It's Masaki as in my name, followed by 3 letters from the last name, OMT. My Gmail address also has the same handle before the @mark. My YouTube channel is called Masaki Okamoto. That we are indeed a global species with global interests and concerns. I think we all understand it, but most of us underestimate the extent to which this is the case. When you have a YouTube channel, you have access to this thing called YouTube Analytics, where you can see where your audience is viewing your contents from, their genders, their age groups, how they found your videos, and so on. My channel is small, but I still get to see the analytics. And according to that, I've got the most views on my contents from India. And I have no contents whatsoever about India. That's what's funny. And can you guess why? Yes, that's because your neighbor loves you and they are interested in you. And this is somewhat similar to what has been between Japan and South Korea. But of course, the difference is the relationship between those nations is quite normalized. I mean, they even hosted a World Cup together, right? That wouldn't be possible unless they are good partners. And I'm digressing from the funny part. There's a lot of work to be done before we see India and Pakistan existing side by side as friends. And that's my sincere wish for South Asia. Peace, yo.